You like doing it? It is times like this when I feel the old blood inside, stirring, heating the new Mexican, Mexicano, Chicano. I am listening to Los Lobos, guitarrón and accordion, spinning out generations of dignified grief, the soothing and sharpening of sorrow by tequila's wet kiss. Listening to the thrum, pop, and cry of congas, Chepito tucking bells in the crack, boom, splash of timbales, Santana's guitar, wailing blue fire. And I think about cutting off these long dreads and slicking back whatever is left to look more like my folks want me to, like my Uncle Joe, the drunken barroom brawler, like my father, the 60-hour-a-week man, the never-miss-a-beat man, the ladies' man on weekends. And something inside shifts, churns, slow, moving like the juice inside the maguey. And I think of my Uncle Jesse, a huge man, full of laughter, bow hunter, and the best dancer in the family. And I think of my mother as a young girl, raising her 4 younger brothers, following the crops from Michigan to Southern California to Texas and back again. And I think of my grandmother, bruja, curandera, or both, casting spells and prayers by candlelight, pulling 3-year-old me out of near lethal fever that had baffled every doctor in the hospital. And I think of my grandfather at age 14 in the coal mines of West Texas, pitting 14-year-old muscle and bone and tendon and pickaxe against bowie knife and sledgehammer wielding bullies and winning. And a deeper thing takes hold of who I am and being what I am. There is no part that is not touched, burned, stroked, clutched by the heat and laughter, by the songs and tears, by all the lives of wildness and self-sacrifice, by all the lives of muscle and wisdom and gamble it took to come here. The old blood and songs mixing incandescent with the new, unmistakably plated and branded, simmered and shimmering Mexican, Mexicano, Chicano. All right, this is a poem. Eric requested this poem, and so here it is. Right on. The body remembers. The body remembers. The body remembers what the mind would choose to forget. The body pulled by a hidden hook of unforgetfulness into a meadow of the brain, thick with memories, scattered like deadwood and blossoms, stones and thorns. The body swims the lake of the soul while the mind lurches, careens, chatters in the city of the intellect toward artificial destination. The lake ripples with the light of reflection, fingers heavy with the translation of wave crash, hot sun salt kisses, white, red, black clay cliffs into skin, into nerve, into blood, into bone, into a spin that pushes the mind from the comfortable couch of forgetting to the sudden chasm drop-off of a memory. A falling backward into a blue lake that boils with remembered thrashing of 2 bodies in deep night's blue palm, where every grunt and wallow, every nip and drool were perfection that spread through your hips up into your spine like smoke and flowers and whiskey. The shape and cadence of desire slipping from the cool murk of the subconscious, uncoiling like a sleek reptile from the mud of forgetfulness, rising toward the well-ordered light of conscience and logic, hunger bent on heat and blood, shattering the surface to claw the air of the brain, shaking like a mad black flower as the teeth and the breastbone and the soles of the feet. Remember, joys and angers and lovers we can never call back. Like drunken, heartbroken, fallen angels remember dawn and moonlight and the Milky Way and the precise anger of the melancholy mechanic that set in motion breath and orbit, tentacle and wave, talon and magma, and the indigo jungle of night that surrounds the one that listens, that listens, that listens. To the answering machine, tape loop reply to the question asked by the blood in the solitary heart. the solitary heart, trembling with little earthquakes, popping underneath the surface of the skin, coiling with a fire that appears like a mad jazz in the neon-ceilinged brain cafe, till the guitars and the saxophones and the poems can't say it, and we discard them for hips and liquors and lips and needles and hands and tongues and eyes and mouths and corners of the night we never imagined, never wanted to dream. Those 5 hungry hounds, the senses devouring all. And as dawn casts us out into the scrubby light and hangs us again with the dull yoke of the day, and the mind puts the problems on to boil, the body smiles and gathers secrets and waits and remembers. The body remembers. The body remembers. The body. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good night. Thank you.